The last game of this slate for the divisional round of the NFL playoffs this week. The Philadelphia Eagles, the Super Bowl champions, travel to New Orleans, the Big Easy, to take on the Saints. Those Saints, 13 wins, the number one seed, Drew Brees, an MVP candidate, Alvin Kamara, Mark Ingram, two bad boys at running back, Michael Thomas, 125 catches, and Sean Payton. Can they do it? Well, it's interesting. I think this game is going to be a lot closer than people think. Why? Because the Eagles have proven resiliency. I'm tired of picking against them, and they make me look like an idiot. So you know something? I could see them winning. I will pick against them just because the Saints at home. But here's where I think they're vulnerable. Drew Brees and Alvin Kamara will have not played in 3 weeks. The rest might be good for them, but I think there's a little bit of rust coming. The Saints, as a team collectively, have not played a great game in almost 2 months calendar time. The Eagles are itching. They're hungry. They've been playing playoff football for a month. And there's something about Nick Foles. He's got that magic. Things just seem to break his way in a Philadelphia Eagles uniform. I don't know what it is. And let me tell you something. Doug Peterson, as a coach, has been amazing. He pushes all the right buttons. He shows he has the guts to go for these tough calls, and he does not hesitate. I'm going to lean with the Saints, but I would not be surprised to see the Eagles go into the Big Easy and pull off a major upset and get to the NFC Championship game. Tomorrow, the Chargers of Los Angeles will travel into Foxborough to take on the Patriots. Phillip Rivers has been dying for this matchup. His whole career has been predicated on trying to beat Tom Brady in Foxborough in the playoffs. He's come close a couple times, but the Chargers have not been contenders for quite some time. We have the divisional round of the NFL playoffs starting today. The Colts will travel to Kansas City to take on the Chiefs in Arrowhead Stadium. The big, bad Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes and his 50 touchdowns, over 5,000 yards. Travis Kelce, proven to be arguably the best tight end in football. Tyreek Hill has taken monster strides over his last couple seasons to prove he's actually a receiver and not just a playmaker. Take out Kareem Hunt of the equation and replace him with Damian Williams, who has looked phenomenal the last month or so. Can the Colts slay the dragon, though? They started 1-5 this year. Frank Reich, coming over from Philly, winning the Super Bowl, has been a revelation. He is preaching resiliency, and his players have responded. They've won 10 of their last 11. They had a monster showing down in Houston last week, thumping Deshaun Watson and the Texans. Tonight, the Dallas Cowboys will travel to Los Angeles to take on the Rams in the Coliseum. The Rams were red hot and could do no wrong early on. They won 10 of their first 11 games. Todd Gurley was a surefire MVP frontrunner. Aaron Donald, no doubt Defensive Player of the Year, which he should take home that award after the season he had. Jared Goff was playing lights out, also a top 5 MVP candidate. Sean McVay, Coach of the Year, so on and so on. But here they kind of hit a wall the last month or so. They look vulnerable. Todd Gurley is their entire team. Todd Gurley goes, the offense goes. The offense goes, the defense goes. The Bears, a few weeks ago, showed how you can stop the Rams. You load the box against Todd Gurley, take him out of the game, and make Jared Goff beat you for 4 quarters. Tonight, we have a Thursday night matchup between two hot teams. Carolina Panthers at 6-2. Red hot. They're looking very good for a playoff position. Cam Newton has rejuvenated his career via Norv Turner. He looks like a whole different quarterback. Christian McCaffrey having a breakout monster season just like everybody thought he would. On the other side, the Pittsburgh Steelers with James Conner, no Le'Veon Bell, are doing just fine. At 5-2-1, Conner looks like a superstar. The next big back in the league. Antonio Brown's doing Antonio Brown things. Big Ben is having a fantastic year as well.
Coach Tortorella has said you provide energy, leadership, and for your size, you're exceptionally strong. You play with a lot of heart. What does that mean personally to you to hear a guy like Coach Tortorella, who's brought a very good winning culture to this school?
It's actually good to hear that, especially I'm a little person, so, I have to carry that chip on my shoulder. I have to play with that, that spunk, And for him to say that and for him to see that in me, I'm actually happy to hear that.
Coach Tortorella is a great coach. So, lastly, with the new players, especially the younger ones coming in, where do you see the ability to help develop them, to bring them along, to bring them into this winning culture?
I can say I have a lot of experience. My freshman year, we had made it to the Big East Championship and lost. My sophomore year, we had lost in the NIT. Then my junior year this year, we had won the Big East Championship. So, I have a lot of experience. I've been in a lot of situations, and I have to come to work every day and be a leader. And I want the little ones to see that how I'm working hard every day in practice, and I want them to follow me, and I'm gonna bring them to that level.
Where do you see you guys next season?
Man, I'm trying to win it again.
Trying to win it again,
Trying to
right?
win it again. If I won it this year, I'm going to win it again.
That's a good answer. Aaliyah Lewis, thank you very much for joining me. I appreciate it.
No problem.
This is JohnnyVTV.